Leah Bradley. I am your Democratic candidate for Magistrate in District 7. I put my name on the ballot for a number of reasons. The biggest of which is, I got tired of going to the polls on election day and having no choices. I know a lot of folks who don't even bother to vote because you know when you go, there's only one set of boxes to choose. And it's not necessarily just a Democrat or a Republican issue, but we don't have a lot of folks running for office. Bob and I are your default candidates because nobody ran against us. You have only 4 of your magistrates here tonight out of the 8. The others don't have to answer your questions. They don't have to knock on your door and ask for your vote. They don't have to be held accountable for the decisions that they made. And that's not how this process works. Change and challengers are healthy, and Oldham County needs both.
Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Bob Brown, the manager for the 7th District, seeking district re-election. I hope those of you in that district here tonight will vote for me come November the 6th. A little bit about myself, but first I want to thank the Oldham Mayor, the Chamber of Commerce, and the library for this. And Barb, where are you? You're someplace. Why? Oh, stand up. Stand up. That's my wife for 38 years, and she can tell you right now, I know more about jails and sewers than she ever wanted to hear about. So, with that being said, I've lived in Oldham County 18 years. I've been married 38 years. I have a BS in marketing from the University of Oldham. I'm a 75 graduate. I own my own company, Excess Resin and Plastic Broker Salesman, for 28 years. I'm a 14-year president. I'm looking for a reprieve from Governor Bevin from the Glen Oaks Homeowners Association of 549 homes. I'm a former instructor in Jefferson County Schools.
You get the first question.
Okay, good.
What is the biggest challenge facing your district, and how do you plan to address it?
Well, there's no one big challenge. The biggest challenge we got, and everybody's talking about it, is roads. But if there are a number of roads, the county don't have a lot to do with it. It's a state, semi. The 22 desperately needs some work. 71, they're doing some work there. The other real problem is drainage. Not the drainage in the right of way, but the drainage in the backyards. Some of the drainage that had been built at 70 subdivision during the heyday was probably either his own property or installed on his property. And those were causing problems for a lot of people in the 17 subdivisions that I represent. Okay? And the third thing, I think, is tax relief. We lowered property taxes since I've been on court, but I think there's other places we could do things. The admin and with the Oldham Reserve, which I'm a member of the Oldham Board, I think there'd be some money coming in there that will help. But again, those are the 3 things that need to be looked at.
Thank you. Ms. Bradley, some questions?
I don't know if you're noticing, you've got the tallest incumbent and the shortest challenger. And that may be your biggest, I think that may be the biggest challenge, is that maybe all folks know about us. As I've walked the streets and started to, that sounded wrong, and started to work this process, nobody knows anything about how folks are elected, when election day is, what a magistrate does. Anybody? Really? No. You're not easy to cyberstalk, buddy, because I have tried to find out what magistrates do. There is not a summary in place. So I spent all of my time not introducing myself, but explaining how Oldham County government works. We live in an era when all of that can be put someplace, and we can save ourselves the time of having to have these kinds of conversations. It's the whole reason I didn't bother to introduce myself and tell you my background. You can find all that online someplace. We have our fiscal court meetings during the workday. Who's free from 2 to 5 p.m.? The things that are televised after the fact, so I can watch it later and see what happened, but we're reactive, we're not proactive. And so getting voters involved and getting folks to come out to things like this and take time out of their day so that they know about it and so the decisions are on them. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes and have to answer for things you vote for when nobody comes and tells you what they wanted you to vote for in the first place. Educating voters is the biggest challenge this office faces, and probably all the way up.
Thank you. You get the next question first. What is your priority in investing non-appropriated tax funds countywide?
It's not fair fair to the other magistrate candidates because we all have the same question. I've had time to think about it. And I've had opportunity to look around the room, and I see educators and I see parents of students. And I see people who live in Oldham County, and I don't work in the job yet, so I have no idea how to do it. But I want to sit with educators and say, how do we invest in the people in Oldham County? How do we make it worth your while to stay here and do what you do? Because I know that the teachers in Oldham County, your salaries don't begin to compare to our neighboring counties. But our test scores are the best, and our students are the brightest, so how do we make it worth their while to stay here? We have lovely, beautiful, you can't compare Oldham County to other places. People want to move here and live here, but how do we make it so people want to stay here after they graduate high school? What kind of job training is available? What kind of things can we do to invest in the human beings who live here so that our human beings are as shiny as our parks? Not that our parks aren't amazing. I work at UW Botanical Gardens, and that is a gem. And places like that, that's investing in people. You put money into the places that people love here in Oldham County, and you're investing in your people. So I agree with all the money into parks and water parks and children and dogs, and put it into that. Unfortunately, roads aren't as glamorous and as exciting, but there's a committee to do that. How do I invest in the people who make Oldham County tick? That's what I'm going to do.
Thank you. What is your priority in investing non-appropriated discretionary tax funds countywide?
Well, that's a tough question, because first you have to define what the non-appropriated, what do you say was again?
Discretionary.
Discretionary. Okay, I'm on the finance committee, I'm one of the 3 chief magistrates. The judge comes to us with a budget, we look at the budget, and we go back to the judge and say, this works, this doesn't work, we like this, we don't like this. And this comes from a cumulative thing that the judge does during his year of out doing what he does and doing what we hear from our constituents. So when you say discretionary, non-appropriated, those 2 words don't work in the finance committee. You either got discretionary money that can be used at the judge's discretion, or you got unappropriated money, and to me, that's, some people say that's extra money. I don't know about you, but I ain't got no extra money. That's money you got in your savings account for a rainy day, when you need a water heater, when you need the brakes on your car, stuff like that. The county has a rainy day fund. And trust me, there's a finance committee meeting today, and you'd be surprised how fast it's just an air handle on top of one building goes out, and it's $15,000. And it wasn't in the budget because the Mother Nature didn't say, hey, I'm knocking that one out. That's where the unappropriated money goes. Discretionary money is up to the judge. I hope you all vote for me, and again, thank you all for your time.
Thank you.